Greetings all. This is Ben from DU and the Pele Center. Right here is the Pele Center. And just want to share with you a couple of ideas around schedules and routines. Now, I want you to picture a time in your teaching professional career when you're working with children and there's an interruption in the day-to-day flow of things, say an extended break, or the child goes and visits their aunt and uncle shenanigans for a few weeks, and then they come back to school, and our dream is that they come back and there's no interruption in how they interact with their peers and teachers, but that's a very happy, unrealistic dream. The reality is if you've been thrown off of your routine through a patch of ice or through stay with relatives or even an extended long line at the King Soopers or Walmart, it interrupts the flow of your day, and it impacts how you interact with other human beings. So given that sometimes children come back from a situation maybe less socially adaptive than at other times, having schedules and routines are extremely valuable, especially if, for example, the kids come back from those situations and their schedule at school is also thrown off by it's too cold to go outside, or there's lots of ice on the playground and certain activities on the playground are no longer an option. You can't ride a trike on an ice field, that kind of thing. So this is another example of when schedules and routines are extra valuable for children. So today I'm sharing with you a resource from Head Start. It's ECLKC. They have loads of great resources on this site. So that's why we're highlighting it here. But it kind of breaks down schedules and routines. And let's just look at a couple of those. You have the regular piece of schedules and routines, which is like you've broken down your activities to sort of be a good plan would be to have active, then less active, active, less active, like a circle time might be a little bit active, but it's mostly passive. But then say center time when they're playing in your home setting or they're playing in your classroom into different centers, then that's more active time. Being outside, active time. Listening to a story, more passive time. So alternating the flow of those things makes it easier for children to stay engaged when you're asking them to focus on a book or whatever. And so that's how you break down your schedule. But a routine is what that each of those activities looks like. It's a breakdown of those things. And so it's really nice to, in advance, having a plan in advance, to have broken that down into predictable steps so that children can predict what's happening. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you know that the kids are going to be going outside and it's been snowing and they've been gone for 2 weeks at Uncle Shenanigans. And you have to make a change to that routine. Having one developed in advance, this is the one that we're going to plug into the regular routine so that you can know what to tell children about, what to expect, about what's going to happen, get them excited about it. Maybe we're going to do an obstacle course inside, and here's how I want that to look. By preparing children, then you can plug it into your daily schedule, the one we just talked about before, and it makes more sense for the children. So this is the sort of mindset that you want to have, right? Is that children coming in with these, their schedule's been thrown off. It's not that they're doing this to you, that their parents have somehow masterfully planned to do this to you, whatever. It's life that happens, and it has impacted the kids that you're working with, right? And they are reacting just like we would react if our daily schedule got thrown off. If there was a traffic, a blown tire, whatever, the coffee order was wrong at the coffee making place, whatever floats your boat. They were out of Diet Mountain Dew. That would throw me off at the gas station. They aren't taking credit cards today. Throws you off. So there's lots of things that can happen in our lives. And as adults, with all these tools in our head, we also don't react sometimes the best. Children don't have any of those tools, right? But they do react to when things are thrown off and they're just not expecting it. And if you've made some great changes to your classroom because you're learning new things and you're trying new things and you're getting better at them, if everything else seems thrown off a little bit, they're going to go back to saying, well, do any of these new rules apply? Do the school rules still apply when I come back? So in addition to having those really good routines, in addition to helping kids set up for the routines, going back over the expectations like it was the first week of school is not a bad call. It's in fact a very clever strategy to help you get through these kind of wild and wicked times. This is also a really good time to be kind to your friends. I mean, co-workers, if you're not working on your own, because those folks are going to be helping you through this extra challenging time. This is to put it in hockey terms, this is overtime, right? This is like sudden death. Like we're in the the big stressful time. So we got to have each other's back, and that will help us get to the end, get to the end of the day and the week. And I just want you guys to remember that you got this, and that you're doing amazing work. The children and the families are very grateful for the work you do, especially now because they've had some time with their kids and time to reflect on what you're doing with large numbers of these young humans. And you have, if you are on your own, if you're working in a family center, you have backup. You've got Carol, you've got Carrie, you've got Lisa, you've got Barbara, you've got Ben, you've got people you can contact and see if you can get resources from them. So take care, be good, and I hope that all of you have a wonderful start to this new year. Thanks.